Good morning, my brothers and sisters. So yesterday I showed you all my cycling trip marathon, okay? That I did to review my 32, 33, 30, since 1995, okay? So 31 years, more or less, 32 years, okay? So I show you all this organ harvesting marathon, okay? There are a lot of people from my area and all this from Kola has more people who are organ harvesters, okay? So these doctors who work in for hospitals, when they have these dead bodies, they call it cadaver, okay? They take all the organs. It's like this, like this bicycle or like a car. You take all the spare parts, like instead of you scrapping it off and throw it away, like so instead of them send these dead bodies, the graves, okay, or like this cremation in the West or the Indians, what the doctors do is, they take all your organs, they call them cadaver, okay, and they take your lung, your heart, even your skins, okay, your other organs, liver, and they sell it to other people with a lot of money, very expensive. That's why all these doctors, they become very, very rich, okay? So this is serious business. And that one is they wage wars, okay? So if there's a war between Eritrea and Ethiopia, a lot of people die, okay? A lot of people get maimed. So what they do is they take the organs, my friend. It's a serious, very lucrative business. So from the time I showed you that I was living in this hostel, kind of hotel, Clarado Court Hotel, near this little Venice Canal, okay? And opposite it was called Clifton Port, okay? And the NHS I was working, the other one until 2018 was Clifton House, okay? So this guy, Kidane, my roommate from Mandafara, he was found dead. The girl that he slept with, we were told like, no, he slept with this lady. She was really big kind of hippopotamus girl. She's Oromo lady, sister of this Gitana, okay? So Gitana, his wife, is working. So she's got cafe, Arada Cafe in Vazal Street near the Eritrean church, okay? So these people are fine. They, the reason why all these ambulance, the doctors, all the police, the reason why they're following, they are looking for organ harvesting, okay? Organ trade. So this Kidan was my roommate. So he was sleeping with this really big hippopotamus lady, Ethiopian Oromo lady. And then the next morning he was found dead. So we were saying, hey, what's going on, all that kind of stuff. No? So Ahborom was the immigration paper legal in between the lawyers and the immigration and the people. Like actually, he was the one who was dealing with the interpreting everything. So he had an office. We were working for a law firm agency in somewhere in Shabbat Bush. Okay, he was living in Ladborough of Australia. Okay, so Sancho, he's living somewhere in Brixton area. I see him a lot of times. Very short guy. Okay, I think from Hazega or Hazega. So Ahborom and Sancho were the people who came into this country more years ahead of us. So they had cars, my friend. They were driving, and Ahborom was very charismatic. Like his communication skills, everything, my friend. He was extremely very skilled. So when the body was dead, Ahborom and Sancho were the people who knew it. Okay, so I think they must have taken his organs. Okay, so all the people that were involved at that time, Ahborom is dead. Mulgeta Bani is dead because his brother was living. No, he was kind of like related to Ahborom. They are from the same area. Okay, so this Sancho, you see him lurking always, my friend. Okay, so there is something going on. Okay, so this Sancho, this Biniam Molda and his brother Yari. Biniam was the boyfriend of this girl, Tigisungusu. Okay, mind you, my friend, these are really clever people. Okay, so there's a lot of organ trade. So this Biniam, his son is called Malachi. Molocho was this Israeli ancient Jewish. They were sacrificing their children, 2 feet. Okay, Moloko, the god was called Moloko. They were giving all their children to this Moloko. So these people are very related, my friend. So next time you do sport, you limit your boundary with all these people, my friend, before they sell your organs. All these Eritreans, my friend, they follow you everywhere. Okay, so they have a deal with all these doctors. Okay, so they give them money. They make sure they make you sick. Then after you sick, they take all your organs in hospital. They call it cadavre. Okay? So in the Eritrean government, maybe they may say, no, we don't want the cost of the body. So what happened? 1 minute, like, no, they sell all the organs. Okay, so these doctors, they get very rich. That's why you see all these ambulance following me everywhere. So look after yourself, my friend. This is very important for our children, my friend. Okay, very special. I want my children, my daughters, my son. I love you so much. I want you to ride a bicycle every day, not public transportation. Only take public transportation when it is necessary, when it's a must do it. Okay. So this Kidane, so this lady, I'm going to take you back to this story about this Oromo lady. She was very fat. She solicited me. So we made love, I think 2 days or 3 days. So Kidana was very jealous, I think. She was a very big, ugly woman. I was so desperate, my friend. Okay? They looked at us. This is like this ghetto, prison, the hotel. So you get stress and everything, my friend. And the lady solicited me. And I think I slept with her. I didn't stay overnight. But she gives you all this food, my friend. And this Kidana was got jealous. And he was sleeping overnight and he was found dead. I was scared for my life, my friend. I was saying to myself, oh my goodness, it could have been me. So what we were told was, like, you know, when he ate the food would kill it, all a lot of butter, you know, this typical Habesha people. They put a lot of butter, ghee, okay, and they put a lot of paper powder, everything. So when he ate the food, he had a hiccup, so it got into his bronchitis, into his esophagus, I mean, into his air pipe, so he couldn't wake up, so he's dead. I think that was the reason why we were being told, but I don't think that's the reason, my friend. So these people who were involved from that area time, this Jonas was his relative. He used to come there to see him a lot of times, okay? This Asmorom, very short guy from the Kampare, okay? And so this Kidane was a name that the Eritrean government used at this martyr. So this is like Tofit, my friend. You give people sacrifice for this Moloch, this ancient Tofit, they call Tofit Mufai, okay? You give people human lives, my friend. Then at last, all these hospitals, the doctors, they take all the organs, my friend, after you dead, okay? So that is what happened. So this martyr name was Kidane Kuflu in the Eritrean, kind of like big name. They give him so much, my friend, okay? So this Kidane from Mandafara, his name was Kidane. Okay, so I think they have sacrificed him so that they can take the organs. That's my assumption, my friend. I cannot say 100% sure, but this guy, Jonas, was involved with it. That's why he follows me everywhere, my friend. Literally, when I was living somewhere else in my previous flat, he was coming as if he was dropping some young girls, you know, taxi. He was van driver in the past, I think. He was doing all this access course to get into university, and Kidana was telling me, it was my roommate, the guy was found dead. Oh my goodness, you know what happened? Man, I'm giving all. He was 32 years old. He was my roommate, and the room had to be exit. Now I'm getting all your money. You guys, I know you have to work hard. You have to study all that kind of stuff. So he was a friend of this FM told from Mandafara. Okay, so this Jonas that time was doing access kind of course. Access means like a passage, a stage to get to university. It's like this A-level, BTech, MVQ, all that kind of stuff. And Asmorom was doing that. So Kidana was telling me, oh, you know, this Jonas and Asmorom, they yell each other on the phone. Like, my friend, in this country, education is very easy. So Kidana wanted to do a lot of education, my friend. He was a very ambitious guy. But it didn't happen. So, like, after 6 more months or something, he was found dead. So I assume they harvested his organs, okay? So this Sancho, all his relatives, this Biniam, all that in this Robin, always they follow me everywhere, my friend. Okay, so this sacrifice giving to this Moloch, Malachi, all that kind of stuff, this ancient Jewish, you know, sacrificing human lives to other people. So this always ambulances following everything, my friend. They want an organ, my friend. This is serious business. So when I was working I initially joined this Royal Free Hospital. I used to work as a ward clerk. As soon as I graduated from university, I couldn't find any job, my friend. So I had to do any rubbish job. So I was working there as a clerk. So there was this lady called Asmarat Kidane, mind the name, okay? Asmarat Kidane. The guy, my roommate was called Kidane. He was dead, found dead, okay? And the guy who was martyred of this Eritrean in the area was called Kidane Kuflu. And that was the immigration case I used. This is why a blind man told me to use his name. So Kidane Kufu. Okay. So this Asmarat Kidane is from Gurak, from the Kamhare. I think she's Asmarino girl, very tiny, petite, only long hair, very small lips and everything like that. So we were dating each other. She was working there for this big consultant. I think he was a cardiologist. So it was big. He used to put a lot of gel on his hair. So the ward was called in Langton Ward in 8th floor, and where she was working was the 9th floor. Okay. So she was doing her biomedical science research, some kind of PhD or something. So she was literally like the PA of this consultant. So as part-time doing on call, she has all this bleep and everything. But they used to call her every time, even when she was sleeping. So she had a flat, big tower in Kilburn. She took me once there. Okay. So she did her PhD, my friend. So they were kind of like electing me to be dead so that they can harvest my organ. So that's why they got this lady called Asmarat Kidan to date me. So the plan was, my friend, at last cut my throat. So that's how they put me into this depression from that time. This Asmarat Kidan, okay? So she told me, I was like, you didn't call me for 3 days, 4 days. I was having an operation on my leg. Like my friend, it was a kind of like an excuse, my friend. Like we were calling each other on the phone, on the telephone station of the hospital. So she was working there as on-call perfusionist. On all these people, when they are dying on emergency, maybe car accident, all that kind of stuff. So they take their organs when they are fresh. Okay, or their body, their blood, their organs, the lung, the heart, the kidney. They take it immediately as soon as the people are dead. Okay, so she was working on that on call. She was on call. All these doctors, the registrars, the junior doctors, everything, they used to call her on call. So she had a blip. When even she was sleeping, they had to call her. So she get all this blood, and you see all these people, I know the blood kind of a motorcycle or emergency. When people get emergency, before the organs are dead. So these are the kind of people, they get extract all their organs so that they can be sold, maybe to give it to other people. Okay, so she was working that same while she was doing her PhD. Then after they put me into depression, immediately she ran away somewhere. I think they told me she's in America or something. So this is what's happening, my friend. Cordova, okay, my friend, Cordova or something. So Cordova, I think that's the word. So this is organ harvesting, my friend, organ sales. You see a lot of electrons from Adre area, from Kamasin, from Sarai, from Kola, Azoma area. They are involved with all this business, my friend. So especially my children, I want to recommend them. It's a must. You guys have to look after yourself. You better do cycling, my friend, not electric, manual. Okay, you have to get this into a habit so that you can look after yourself, my friend. In this country, they create the excuse so that they can extract you organs. It's a serious business, my friend. All the Jewish people, you see, this Nathaniel, my friend, they are involved. All this undual slave trade, all these Jewish people getting into this middleman, intermediary between the Christians and the Muslims, all these Ethiopian organ slave traders. These were live human being slaves, but now it has get into advanced level where instead of people, you buy them, you buy their organs, my friend. So you got all these billionaires, my friend, bankers and all these Jewish people from everywhere where they do, they just extract you organs and they take it. Okay, so you have to look after yourself, my friend. Okay, and the thing is, like, if you look after yourself and look very handsome and very fit, man, all the women, you don't even call them, my friend. They follow you, my friend. They follow you. Okay, so that's what it is, my friend. Whether they are fat, whether they are beautiful, skinny, slim, okay, rich, poor, all the women, they follow you. Well, that's the harsh reality of life, man. I'm not trying to kind of like belittle them, all that kind of stuff. So when you look after yourself, man, all the women, millions of them, they chase you, man. You don't do nothing. You just sleep on your sofa. They do the work for you. Well, this is the training for my son, okay? And my daughters, all of you, I want you to do cycling. I mean, I cannot say more than this. Like, it might sound a bit of deja vu, okay? But I showed you all my life history, what was going on, how I drive the muffin. It's all always ambulance. All the police, everything. They want an organ. We got someone rich billionaire in dialysis because of too much sex, muffin, over 60, too much drug, too much cocaine, too much drink, too much smoke, too much hashish, marijuana, too much sex, woman. Now, this gentleman, the billionaire, he was very good. He was a patron for this community. He's dying. He's into dialysis. He's in a dialysis. He wants someone organ. Please donate. So they extract your organs. Okay, money, my friend. We don't care about you. Okay. So in order that it doesn't happen to you, you look after yourself, guys. Okay. You have a lovely day. Bye.